Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we are looking at another heavy hitter for the BT16 meta. We are looking at Rapidmon X-Antibody. So, starting with our eggs, we have one copy of BT13 Kyaromon. We do run Ukkomon in this deck, so 5 eggs is mandatory. Kyaromon is just a nice 5th egg to round out our count. When a card is removed from your security stack, one of your Digimon gains jamming for the turn. We do mess with our security quite a bit, so jamming is nice to have. 4 copies of BT14 Tokomon, your turn once per turn. When a card is added to your security, you draw 1 card. So this is our draw engine mostly for the deck. This will trigger lots of times and you will draw lots of cards. So we do like this at 4. For the rookies, we have 3 copies of BT13 Agumon. It does digivolve for 1 from either of our eggs, so that is important to note. But main once per turn. For the turn, one of your Marcus Damon is also treated as a 3000 DP Digimon and cannot digivolve. So we're going to use this to cheese in some ruin modes at some point. And the inheritable, your turn once per turn. When one of your red or yellow Tamers becomes suspended, you can delete an opponent's Digimon with 3k DP or less. So that is important because it pops floodgates, and we do reduce DP quite a bit in this deck, so this will pop anything that's been softened up by DP reduction. So that is a really nice piece to have. Then we're going to go 3 copies of the new BT16 Ukkomon. This card is ridiculous. This is free search. I think it goes in just about every deck. Your turn once per turn, when one of your Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a Digimon or Tamer among them to the hand, and then return the rest of the bottom deck, and you may hatch in your breeding area. This does cost 1 to digivolve from any color, but like I said, this is just insane value. If your opponent does not deal with this, you're going to search 3 cards, hatch an egg. Next turn, you're going to search another 3 cards. For every turn this stays on the board, you're going to search 3 more cards. And not to mention, if you start doubling up on Ukkomons, you're searching 6 cards a turn. And it's just really, it feels impossible to brick with this card on board. I mean, it just does so much work. I mean, it's great. So we do run it at 3. So then we have 4 copies of BT14 Patamon, start of your main phase, search your security. This Digimon may digivolve into a yellow Digimon with the vaccine trait among them without paying the cost, shuffle your security. And then if you digivolved, you place a yellow card with vaccine from your hand at the bottom of security. Inheritables, when a card is added to your security, you gain a memory. So this is just a free Evo into a level 4. You have to have it in any vaccine deck you play. And then after you do that, you are going to gain a memory off of the inheritable as well. So it's a free Evo and +1 memory. This is the egg that we want to see most of the time. Next, for the champions, we are going to go with 4 copies of the ST17 Rapidmon. This has blocker, armor purge, and it is a vaccine. It is important to note it is 4 to digivolve on a yellow card, but that's fine, honestly. All turns, when this Digimon becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of their security Digimon get -4k until the end of their turn, and the inheritable says, while this Digimon is suspended, it gets 1k DP. This is a really great card. If you block, you're going to give something -4k, so they have to swing with something bigger than 7k usually, which is really strong in its own sense. And then you have Armor Purge, so you could actually Armor Purge off of Armor Purge this off and wind up as a Patamon again. And then if that Patamon sticks, next turn you're going to get to search your security again and digivolve right back into another level 4 for free. So this is just an incredibly powerful card, and we're going to use it to digivolve into our Rapidmon X-Antibody. Then we have 2 copies of BT14 Angemon, digivolve for 2 from Patamon, otherwise it costs 3. And then when attacking by deleting this Digimon, you can activate one of the effects, either place a virus at bottom of your opponent's security stack, or one of your opponent's Digimon gets -5k. On deletion, you place this card at the bottom of security, and if you have a Tamer, you get to hatch an egg. And then the inheritable is to place a yellow card with vaccine from your hand at the bottom of your security. This is just another really powerful card. I do like it at 2 just to fill in our champion slots. Lastly, we have 4 copies of the BT8 Rapidmon. This also does cost 4 to digivolve, so that is important to note again. But it is also really good. There's a reason you pay 4 for it. It has Armor Purge. And then when digivolving, you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon for each Tamer you have in play. Then up to 3 of your opponent's suspended Digimon get -5k for the turn. So now we're looking at the ability to give something -5k and potentially pop it with Agumon if it is 8k or less. So we're going to be removing level 5 bodies typically with this card. And suspending things down is also really good because it allows us to swing over them. For our ultimates, we have 3 copies of BT14 MagnaAngemon. On play, when digivolving, if you have 5 or fewer security, you're going to recover 1. Then for the turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -1k DP for each card in your security. So generically, you're going to be giving probably -5 or -6k with this. This is also a really fantastic card to just pay for hard play it, and then next turn you look to Digivolve into a level 6, and that is just a really strong combo in itself. So this is a great card. This is my Blastace of choice in this deck. Then we go 4 copies of BT2 RizeGreymon. When Digivolving, you play a yellow Tamer from your hand without paying its memory cost. Any on-play effects on the Tamer played with this effect don't activate, so this just gives us a free Tamer. And then your turn, while you have 3 or more yellow Tamers in play, this Digimon gets security attack +1. So eventually this will introduce some aggression into our deck and allow us to just kind of mop up the game pretty quickly. So I do like this card. Then we're going to go 2 copies of Venusmon. This fills in our mega count. When Digivolving, all of your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's turn. And opponent's turn, all of your opponent's Digimon with security attack can't attack this Digimon and can't activate when attacking and when Digivolving effects. This is just a generically fantastic card. We already know that Venusmon plus Ruin Mode is broken. Ideally, you would have a Marcus out. You would use its ability to turn it into a Digimon when you have RizeGreymon on board. Use a training to go into Venus. And then you can swing the Marcus to go into a free Ruin Mode. Your opponent is basically locked out of doing anything for their turn, which is just really great. So 2 copies of this card in our deck. Then 4 copies of the new BT16 Rapidmon X-Antibody. Digivolves for 4 on a Rapidmon, so you can Digivolve this on your level 4 Rapidmons. It has Armor Purge. It Digivolves on top of a level 5 for 3. When Digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon, then this Digimon may attack. All turns, while Rapidmon or X-Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, all of your opponent's suspended Digimon get -4k. And then all turns when opponent's Digimon is deleted in battle or by having 0 DP, gain 2 memory. So ideally, your Rapidmons would give DP reduction to your opponent's Digimon. They would be smaller, and then you would Digivolve into this, suspend all their Digimon. Because you have Rapidmon on the source, they get another -4k, so they should be probably -8, -9, something like that. Then you get to attack. Then their Digimon dies, and you're going to net 2 memory back. So it's just a really powerful combo. And we really like that all turns effect of your opponent's suspended Digimon getting a generic -4k. If this sticks on the board, and we get into another Patamon, and we go into the BT8 Rapidmon again, and you suspend down 3 bodies, well, guess what? Those 3 bodies now get -9k. And that's just incredibly powerful and incredibly difficult to deal with. Then we have 2 copies of RizeGreymon Ruin Mode. When Digivolve and on deletion, you give all of your opponent's Digimon -5k, so that's really strong. End of attack deletes Digimon and one of your opponent's Digimon, and then recover 1, and then you get to hatch an egg. So we like this in basically every purple and every yellow deck that exists. It's just the best top end. So 2 copies of it. 4 copies of Emissary of Hope. Search your security. One of your Digimon can Digivolve into a level 6 or lower with Vaccine, and then shuffle your security. If you have a TK, you get to recover 1. Great turn 2 play. It's really great at any point in the game. Security effects will let us play a Patamon from hand or trash, so that's also fantastic. I feel like this is, for the most part, a mandatory 3 or 4 of in every Vaccine deck. Then 3 copies of Physical Training. You're going to reveal top 2, add a yellow card, delay effect. You get to Digivolve for cost reduced by 2. We are only running 3 because we need space in the deck. Then for our Tamers, 2 copies of BT1 TK. It is a memory setter, and then on play you get to look at your security, reveal 1 card, add it to your hand. If it's yellow, you get to recover, and then shuffle your security. So this is a good target for the RizeGreymon just because you're not paying 4, you get a free memory setter. Otherwise, you want to hit the Marcus with the RizeGreymon. But yeah, this is just a good card to have. It fills out TKs for the Emissary, more importantly. 3 copies of BT14 TK. On play, by returning the top card of your security to your hand, you can place a yellow card with the Vaccine trait from your hand at the bottom of security, and then when a card is added to security, by suspending this Tamer, gain 1 memory. So this is going to net us a lot of memory over the course of the game, because we do mess with our security a lot. So 3 copies of this is fine. There's 5 targets for Emissary to see, so we should always be recovering off of that. Lastly, 3 copies of Marcus Damon. Start of your main phase if you have a Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name in play by paying 1 memory for the turn. This Tamer is also treated as a 3000 DP Digimon that can't Digivolve. And then your turn, when this Tamer becomes suspended, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a yellow card with Greymon in its name from your hand without paying the cost. So that is great for cheating out the Ruin Mode. That's mostly what we use it for. It's also, I suppose it would be great for cheating out RizeGreymon too, if you can. If you promote the Agumon, it can turn this into a Digimon, and then if you Digivolve into the Rapidmon and then swing with the Marcus, you can go into RizeGreymon for free, and then maybe hit a Venus or a Rapidex, something like that. But it's just a great Tamer. Free Evos are always good, so 3 copies of that card. So that is it for this deck profile. I think that this is definitely one of the better decks you could be playing in BT16. especially with this Venusmon, this does, if you get this out first, this does counter Magna X. They can't activate any abilities because you're blanket turning off their when digivolving effect. So that is important to keep in mind and important to consider when you are playing in the BT16 meta. So let me know what you guys think of the deck profile down below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.